afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Tuesday. Hello, Susan.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good, I haven't talked to you all day.
I know it's a little bit like Groundhog Day over here.
Well, you changed the lights back to white on the tree.
Yes. This is becoming quite controversial, actually, which was not my intention. It's a pre-lit tree, so I have a little remote control. I can change the colors.
Oh, how exciting.
Whenever I want. So that's what's going on. Every time I change it, I get a bunch of email like, what are you doing?
Well, it looks great, regardless of if it's white or colors. Here's what's making news on this Tuesday. Dane County has issued another public health order to help limit the spread of COVID-19 during the holidays.
Another Madison area hospital receives its first COVID-19 vaccine.
And one of basketball's biggest stars says he's staying in Wisconsin. We'll tell you about the record-breaking deal to keep the Greek Freak in Milwaukee. But first, let's take a look outside using the Elver Park Hill. Get a little snow action going on this Tuesday. A little chilly out there, but temperatures are trending up. Chris Reese is in the backyard with some warmer days ahead.
Warmer in quotations. Things are going to gradually get a little bit warmer by a couple degrees each and every single day into early next week before another cold front comes our way. But today, things have certainly been chilly. We're at 20 right now. That's the warmest we have been all day long. Still 19 in the Dells, 20 for Watertown, same for Juneau, 23 as you work your way over towards Mineral Point. Now, our friends in Rock County, they're a little bit warmer at 27 right now. We've had this mix of sun and cloud cover around all day. In general, the cloud cover has dominated, and there have been a couple of snowflakes, but most of that has been towards central and northern Wisconsin. The Arrowhead of Minnesota getting in on some snow right now that's moving over towards Duluth, but the bigger picture is the storm system that you see over parts of Kansas and Oklahoma right now. Once again, bringing accumulating snow to them. That'll bring some light snows to Kentucky tonight, but then that could become the next big storm system on the eastern seaboard. That'll likely be making headlines as we move into tomorrow and the following day. But for now, look for more cloud cover for us. Temperatures are going to hover around 20, and then they may actually warm up a touch as we go through the overnight hours and into tomorrow. But still, things are generally going to be on a chillier note for us. Traffic-wise, we're not seeing any major issues. Everything that you would normally see at 4 o'clock, that's what we're seeing on the roadways out there. We'll keep you up to date on how that traffic is shaping up, and we're going to talk that extended forecast. We have snow on the ground right now. Does it stay long enough for us to see a white Christmas? I'll answer that question.
All right, we're looking forward to that. Thank you, Chris. Dane County is moving forward by taking a step backwards, in a sense. Health leaders today rolled out a new order that loosens restrictions back to previous order standards.
Especially notable is the lift on banning gatherings. Madeline O'Neill is live with what's new and what we should still be doing. Maddie?
Well, the director of public health, Madison and Dane County, says she's hopeful. According to metrics, she tells us today that things are going really well here in Dane County. Now, the last order we had banned all gatherings with any amount of people outside of your household. At that point, the 7-day average of new cases a day was 487. Now, that number is 171. The newest order issued today allows for indoor gatherings of up to 10 people. The overall positivity rate is going down as well. But even with things moving in the right direction, public health officials stress that we shouldn't let our guards down.
We're not normal yet, right? Every time we've scaled up, we become a little bit accustomed to having more illness in our community. And this is still severe. It's still, we're still learning more about it every day.
Public health is still asking us to really consider what we're doing and limit our gatherings and keep up wearing face masks. This new order starts at midnight and runs through January 13th. Also changing public health's recommendations for schools. Gabriella Becerra explains.
Well, Maddie, the agency suggests that it's now safe for all grades to return to in-person instruction. The previous recommendation only allowed for K through 2nd grade. But Public Health Madison and Dane County Director Janelle Heinrich says her team studied both national and international data, which suggests the risk of transmission is low when schools have strong policies in place. That includes good hygiene and cleaning practices, protective measures, and Dane County's action plan for schools.
With strong mitigation measures in place, schools can operate safely as long as they're rigidly adhering to those things that are the same things that we're asking the general public to do, but more eyes on when we're in the classroom setting.
Public Health recommends districts use a phased approach, beginning with elementary grades. Heinrich explains that's because the risk is lowest with our youngest students. Now, these updated recommendations come as districts are making decisions on whether or not to return to the classroom after winter break. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, we'll share how this impacts Madison schools' decision-making process.
We will see you at 6. Gabby, thank you. 48 more people have died of COVID-19 in Wisconsin, including 3 more in Dane County today. That pushes the statewide death toll to more than 4,200. 3,400 more people have tested positive for the virus since yesterday. Nearly 443,000 people in Wisconsin have tested positive for the virus this year.
As the nation passes 300,000 coronavirus deaths, there's new hope. Today, the FDA confirmed the effectiveness and safety of a second coronavirus vaccine, this one from Moderna. For a second day, frontline healthcare workers are receiving Pfizer's virus vaccine, that is. 141 sites received shipments Monday, and the government plans to deliver 2.9 million doses to 636 locations this week. U.S. officials want to vaccinate 50 million people by February. Today, an FDA panel declared the Moderna vaccine safe and effective. It's expected to jump 2 more hurdles before distribution as soon as next week.
Anyone out there who is having any reservations about taking the vaccine, please, it's a safe and, from the data we have available, effective way of protecting everybody.
The FDA also approved the first at-home rapid coronavirus test, which provides test results in as little as 20 minutes. The test will be available early next year. A little shot in the arm is bringing a lot of relief to more doctors and nurses on the front lines of COVID-19.
Today, SSM Health received its first delivery of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine. Our Brady Mallory has a closer look at what it will eventually mean for you. Brady?
All right, this is a big day for these healthcare workers as they continue to care for some of the sickest patients. Employees started receiving the shots this afternoon. The shipment of about 6,000 doses is part of Wisconsin's allotment from the federal government. It's offered first to healthcare workers at the highest risk of COVID-19 exposure. SSM has ultra-low temperature freezers for vaccine storage. And again, the employees started getting the shots this afternoon. This vaccine isn't just guarding them against COVID, it's also bringing some much needed relief so they can do their jobs.
I think our staff feel like this is a turning point for them. Helps mitigate some of the anxiety when they're delivering our exceptional health care to patients. They feel like this is a big chapter in our fight of the pandemic.
SSM says it'll take a while to get the vaccine out to everyone and is asking you be patient and follow COVID safety guidelines until then. Well, coming up on News 3 Now at 5, we have reaction from the first employee there to receive the vaccine.
Brady, thank you. President-elect Joe Biden is stumping in Georgia with Democratic Senate candidates Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. 6 weeks have passed since Election Day, and today top Senate Republicans are acknowledging the results publicly. Michael George is in Wilmington, Delaware with more.
Fresh off of his Electoral College victory, President-elect Joe Biden went to Georgia to rally Democratic voters ahead of next month's Senate runoff elections. The election outcome there will determine the balance of power on Capitol Hill. Earlier, the president-elect said he had a phone call with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who finally acknowledged Mr. Biden's win publicly.
I want to congratulate President-elect Joe Biden.
I called him to thank him for the congratulations. Told him, although we disagree on a lot of things, there's things we can work together on.
After the Electoral College certified his win, President-elect Biden denounced President Trump's attempts to overturn the election's results in the courts, calling it an unprecedented assault on our democracy. But President Trump is not backing down and continues to make unsubstantiated claims of voter fraud.
The president is still involved in ongoing litigation related to the election. Yesterday's vote was one step in the constitutional process.
Meanwhile, the president-elect and vice president-elect continue working on their transition. Multiple sources have confirmed to CBS News that former Democratic presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg is Mr. Biden's choice for transportation secretary. Michael George, CBS News, Wilmington, Delaware.
Plans are underway for the January 20th inauguration ceremony, though the Presidential Inaugural Committee says parts of it will be, quote, reimagined. The committee is urging the public not to travel to the nation's capital because of the pandemic and to instead participate from home. The committee is expected to release more details in the coming days.
Some teachers across the country staged a sick-out today protesting standardized testing during the pandemic. These teachers in New York City are demanding safety for themselves and their students. Educators across the country are participating in a day without teachers. The message from teachers is that in-person tests are not safe for teachers nor students. Teachers for Good Trouble organized the rally. It was founded by Atlanta teacher and parent Alfred Brooks.
I know that there are some people who are like, well, why do you guys have to have a sick out? They think we're trying to abdicate our responsibility of educating, that we're trying to abandon kids, and that is exactly the opposite.
These teachers are demanding standardized testing be waived for the remainder of the 2021 school year. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos announced a waiver in the spring, but in a September letter signing a better understanding of the virus and concerns of students falling behind, the department told states they should not anticipate such waivers being granted again.
Madison College's food service team is making sure that some of their students have food to eat. High school students enrolled in the Early College STEM Academy are offered free daily lunch. With the pandemic forcing students to take online classes instead, the students haven't taken advantage of the meals. But now Madison College's food service team is delivering those meals to the students.
Our team came up with the idea of why don't we take the food to them, and we worked on a plan.
Academy provides an opportunity for high school juniors and seniors to spend their school days on a college campus and take college-level science and math classes. Well, one of the biggest basketball stars says he is staying in Milwaukee.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has signed a record-breaking extension with the Milwaukee Bucks. Here to tell us the details is News 3 Now Sports Director Zach Hanley. Zach?
Yeah, did you guys hear that big sigh of relief around 12:30 today? Well, that was the state of Wisconsin finding out Giannis is staying in Milwaukee for the next 5 years. The Supermax contract extension is worth $228.2 million. It's the largest deal in NBA history. Now, there is an opt-out option after the 4th year for Giannis, but let's not even go there. And he posted on Twitter saying, "This is my home, this is my city. I'm blessed to be able to be a part of the Milwaukee Bucks for the next 5 years." So 2020, not all bad for the city of Milwaukee. March 6th, remember, Christian Yelich signed a 9-year extension with the Brewers, and today Giannis says he's going to sign that Supermax deal.
A sigh of relief indeed. Zach, thank you. Still to come at 4, automakers are working hard to make cars safer.
The latest area they're looking to improve starts right up front, better headlights. We'll find out what they're working on when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
I want a client who comes in to feel comfortable and to know that their case is in good hands so they can relax and get on with their life as best as they can and let me do the fighting for them. That's how I want them to feel.
Gingras, Thompson, and Walks.
Did you know that Geico's whole 15 minutes thing, that came from me? Really? My first idea was, in 1/4 of an hour, your savings will tower. Over you, figuratively speaking. But that's not catchy, is it? It's not going to swim about in your brain. So I thought, what about 15 minutes, 15%? Serendipity.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Joint pain, swelling, tenderness.
My psoriasis. Cosentyx
Cosentyx works on all of this.
Cosentyx can help you look and feel better by treating the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur.
Watch me.
Get real relief with Cosentyx.
Real customers are experiencing a real difference with Spectrum Internet and TV.
The speed is insane. It's always right there. Just boom.
It was easy to connect all of my devices, and I was able to find a plan that was affordable for me.
I'm saving money, and I'm even getting more speed.
Get the speed you need to do all the things you love on all your devices with Spectrum Internet, delivering the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits. Switch now for $44.99 a month. Call 833-918-4499.
With Spectrum TV, the picture quality is incredible. I feel like I'm in the movie.
The amount of stuff available on Spectrum On Demand is just never ending.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go. All from $44.99 a month. Call 833-918-4499.
Spectrum gives me the best deal no matter what.
Every day I'm saving money.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Ask about our easy self-install options to install your new services yourself. Call 833-918-4499.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
When you protect what's important to you from COVID-19, you help protect everyone in Wisconsin. Learn how you can stop the spread at dhs.wisconsin.gov/COVID-19.
A new report says many automakers are seeing the light when it comes to an important safety feature.
Well-designed cars can save lives during a crash, and good headlights are key. David Harkey is president of the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, or IIHS. The group has been pushing the auto industry to install better headlights for years and is now seeing that happen. Many car companies are removing older halogen lights and replacing them with newer LEDs that can illuminate the road an additional 100 feet.
We rate them in terms of how far they can see down the roadway, both on a straight section as well as a curved section of road.
A number of automakers have improved that headlight rating on their 2021 models, allowing them to earn the IIHS's highest safety rating. Harkey says many new vehicles also come with high beam assist, which can activate the high beams on an empty road and then automatically switch to low beams if another car is detected. Hopes of a new stimulus package sent stocks higher. The Dow Industrials gained 337 points, closing at 30,199. The Nasdaq was up 155. The S&P 500 gained 47.
Well, whether you want to dim or dazzle with your holiday lights, a smart plug can help.
Consumer Reports shows you how to use a smart plug to hack your holiday lights. It checks out connected string lights, sets up and offers some safety reminders for this holiday season.
Every year, Jeffrey Staples, a self-described former theater techie, creates a holiday light show at his home.
And I always wanted to put on like a light show, synchronized music in the theater, but I didn't have the technology to do it.
After years of tinkering and practice, he's parlayed that dream into a holiday side hustle with hundreds of followers. Consumer Reports' Dan Roklowski says even if you don't have the tech skills that Jeffrey possesses, there are products to help you manage your holiday lights and kits that can offer up some extra fun this season.
The simplest way to control your holiday lights is honestly with a smart plug. They're really affordable. You can set them to turn on and off with your local sunset and sunrise times.
Smart plugs cost anywhere from $15 to $65. You'll want one that's Wi-Fi capable. To set it up, you just plug it into a wall outlet, plug your lights into the device, and then you can control your lights from your smartphone. If you want to take it a step further, Dan also looked at several smart light kits. They can change colors, create festive patterns and effects, and they allow you to set your lights to music. Dan says they do require some tech skill, and they cost more than regular lights, about $60 to $200.
They're a lot of fun. They definitely provide that, whimsy that I think a lot of people could use right now, but there were some hiccups.
This Lumations holiday music light show set was the easiest of the bunch to set up. And while the kits might not come close to Jeffrey's productions, perhaps you can experience some of the same delight Jeffrey looks forward to each and every holiday season.
The kids just, their eyes light up and they're smiling and really enjoying it.
This is Teresa Panetta.
Okay, I missed it. Let's try.
And Consumer Report says any smart plug will do for indoor use, but for outdoor lighting, choose a smart plug specifically rated for outdoors.
You'll pay a little bit more, and most likely you'll need to purchase it online. And don't forget, if you need an extension cord, make sure that it's rated for outdoor use as well. If you can find any holiday lights,
Right.
They are very difficult to find right now. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I have.
Because everybody's decorating.
Everybody's decorating. Your tree is like one of these smart plug things. Change the color on it.
Yeah.
You're ahead of your time, Susan.
I mean, if I could get out of this chair, I'm wired in, I'd show you how it works.
Well, maybe later on, before Christmas. Still to come for a dramatic dog rescue.
But what the rescue entailed is quite unusual. We'll have that story coming up after Chris's First Warn forecast.
Keep your holidays in sync with free pickup on all your fresh favorites from Pick and Save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in postmenopausal women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant. In a clinical trial, Kisqali plus fulvestrant helped women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer, and it significantly delayed disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
You're up early.
Well, US Cellular is giving away the latest phones for free with no hidden requirements, so I did not want to miss it.
Actually, you can get the latest phones free all season long.
What? All season long, huh?
Yep, and no hidden requirements.
You in the market for any camping gear? Only been used once.
At US Cellular, get the latest phones free with the plan of your choice and no required phone trade-ins all season long. US Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
My husband's parents were visiting, and I promised them a home-cooked meal, except my boss had a different idea. He tells me, hold your horses. I call my husband and I say, I'm slammed, and he's like, Quick Trip, and I'm like, bingo. At Quick Trip, I say, what's good tonight? And the Quick Trip guy is like, everything, but I go for the hand-breaded fried chicken, and I go, make that ×4. Being none the wiser, my mother-in-law is like, I always said she's a keeper. I'll run with that.
Quick Trip, we got you covered.
Needed Relief Day Spa and Wellness is a place where you can relax, be pampered, and revitalize your life in a safe and tranquil environment. Our guests' safety and comfort is our top priority. Revitalize yourself at Needed Relief today and give the gift of wellness to those you love with a Needed Relief gift card, available now online. It's exactly what we all need. Needed Relief Day Spa and Wellness, Madison's world-class wellness spa.
This holiday season, use the Pick and Save app to get personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. So you can save big on exactly what you want, no matter who you are. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
Well, take a look at this. It is a heart stopper, but Josh Newman is determined to try that corner again. Before the dust settles, he's back on his longboard and smoothly riding the same route down the winding road. Everything just as it was before, but this time he approaches that curve a little differently. It works, and on he rolls. Good for him. He's lucky he didn't go off the cliff there.
Couldn't do that.
No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't longboard or shortboard.
No.
So, quiet weather.
Yeah, quiet weather for now, but I'll tell you what, this view that we see outside, will that stick around long enough for us to have a white Christmas here in South Central Wisconsin? We have those details coming up right after this.
Outlets at the Dells with 60 of the world's biggest brands. We thrill the trendsetters and all who love a smoking hot discount. Save up to 70% off and receive a free pair of Vera Bradley slippers with $250 in same-day receipts. Visit customer service for full details.
You were always the responsible one. So much like me. Always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Your smile is a gift that deserves the perfect fit. At Aspen Dental, find the comfort and joy of natural-looking dentures crafted just for you. Feel the difference of a state-of-the-art smile made in our on-site labs, made for your budget, and made in as little as a day. Now, for a limited time, get dentures for as low as $29 per month per arch with 60 months financing, and give yourself the gift of endless smiles. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL 7 days a week or book today at aspendental.com.
Carrier has a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable this winter without burning your budget. With smart temperature management and remote access options, it's easier than ever to control your home's climate. And Carrier energy-efficient systems can help reduce utility bills without sacrificing comfort. For more complete comfort and greater peace of mind, turn to your Carrier expert.
Harker Heating and Outlets at the Dells with 60 of the world's biggest brands. We thrill the trendsetters and all who love a smoking hot discount. Save up to 70% off and receive a free pair of Vera Bradley slippers with $250 in same-day receipts. Visit customer service for full details.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, 3 things to know in the world of weather. One thing, temperatures are going to be trending upwards as we go through the next couple of days. We're staying in a mostly dry pattern, and then we're answering questions regarding the white Christmas. I want to start with the cold. This morning, those lows were at 5 degrees. For us in Madison, Lone Rock also at 5. The Dells were at 4. Black River Falls pulled what they always do, and they were the cold spot at 3. Temperatures have topped out where temperatures, oddly enough, stand right now. 20 the high so far in Madison. We're still seeing the sunshine mixed in with a lot of cloud cover out there. Winds out of the north and east at 7. The wind chill all the way down to 11. 27 in Janesville right now. 19 still in the Dells. 19 at Camp Douglas as well. Platteville also coming into the upper teens. Now you look at high resolution radar, even though we had cloud cover today, there was not much that fell out of that. That is until you work your way towards the Northwoods. That is where they did see at least some snow flurries at times today. Snow starting to work its way into extreme northwestern Wisconsin as well, coming out of the arrowhead of Minnesota. The bigger picture shows you a storm system developing across the center part of the country. This is just the beginning stages of what's going to be making headlines as we go through the next couple of days. That storm system traverses the country, eventually becoming a nor'easter right along the I-95 corridor in the eastern part of the country. We're talking 1 to 2 feet of snow in some of these places, a snowstorm that they have not seen in years. For us, we remain quiet, but then I'm watching a little cold front that arrives sometime on Saturday. That'll bring with it the chance to see at least a couple of flurries. I'm not expecting much out of that, but some light snow is possible. We're still quiet, but here we are into Wednesday, December 23rd. Some of the model data trying to show a system diving out of the north and west around that time. The question it's just whether or not that actually happens, how it plays out. It's a long way away, and there's still plenty of model differences. But if you've been dreaming of a white Christmas, I have the chances at 70%. I'm saying things are looking white. Part of that, and a large part of that, is because we already have snow on the ground. The question is just whether or not we actually get to keep that snow that we have on the ground. The snow depth throughout parts of southwestern Wisconsin, upwards of 3 to 6 inches. If you don't have any snow, especially towards the north and west, you likely have some questions, because a good portion of the upper Midwest still has a bare ground, and we only have that 1 snow chance that I'm seeing right now. Of course, that's 10 days away, and things tend to change between now and then in the world of weather. But watch this. With the snow that we have on the ground, can we keep it? We have colder air in place right now. Once we get you towards Friday, we're going to see a little warm up, and it's the warmth this weekend. That's the only reason that I'm like, it's going to be tricky to see if we can truly keep this around. But once we get into early next week, other than a shot of warmth on Monday, the cold really comes in, and it comes in a big way towards Wednesday, and then this is Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Look at just how cold things get over our part of the country. If we still have snow on the ground at that point, we're in good shape for a white Christmas around here. So hopefully we can keep that snow on the ground if you've been dreaming of one. 22 towards tomorrow morning as you wake up. Look for those highs right around 32. We'll cool down into the 20s again as we move into Thursday. Then Thursday's highs will once again be into the upper 20s to right around the freezing mark. But here we are going into the weekend. That's where those temperatures try to bounce their way above the freezing point. 38 your high on Friday, 37 on Monday. We do at least have that light snow chance as we go into the 23rd and into Christmas Eve. We'll watch that closely. We'll see how things play out.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
A number of celebrities and thousands of other people joined a virtual block party in support of a special little girl named Lyric Jax.
She's been fighting brain cancer and touching hearts across the country. The past 2 years, 13-year-old Lyric Jax has been battling a rare brain cancer, and last month, doctors recommended hospice care. She's been documenting her journey on social media, where she's caught the attention of big names like P. Diddy, Meek Mill, Offset, and Cardi B. Her favorite artist, Beyonce, sent her flowers in September. This past Sunday, Lyrics was the star of a 16-hour virtual block party that included DJs from across the country.
This poor young girl has been fighting brain cancer, 4 brain surgeries, 4 of them.
Rapper Trey the Truth from Houston, Texas, met Lyric this past fall. He learned about her story through Instagram and has been by her side, helping the family and trying to keep Lyric motivated. But Beyonce's sending you flowers, you're in pretty good shape, I think. Dramatic video from a beach in Australia as a dog disappears in a huge sea of bubbles.
Ian Lee is in London with more on the rescue.
It's a moment of panic as a family frantically searches for their dog in a thick sea of foam. Hazel! Hazel! But fear quickly turns to pure joy as Hazel bounces above the brown bubbles and is scooped up. Rough weather with wild winds has whipped up the suds across Australia's northeastern coast over the past few days, luring kids.
It was very fun.
And those who are kids at heart.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Scientists say the unusual sight is nothing to make waves about.
When we, stir soap up in a basin of water, it foams up, and that's exactly what happens when these degrading organisms get stirred up by the wind and the waves, and we get sea foam.
Creating the perfect conditions for a foam party. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Glad that had a happy ending. Australia's summer is expected to be dominated by the La Nina phenomenon.
That means more rainfall and tropical cyclones, quite a contrast to the massive wildfires that ravaged the country last summer. And we'll be right back.
I've always had jobs centered on helping people, but now with a nursing degree from Herzing University, I've made it a career.
Having a job was one thing, but having a career, to me, that meant something completely different. With a little hard work and a degree from Herzing University, anything is possible.
I'm possible at Herzing.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Looks like a great day for achy, burning eyes.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Ha! These drops probably won't touch me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief.
Oh.
Xiidra is the only FDA-approved treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye, twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Talk to an eye doctor about twice daily Xiidra.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
Santa knows a gift when he sees one. Ford, built for the holidays. Get Explorer with 0 for 72 financing plus $2,500 cash back and $2,000 trade assist during the Built for the Holidays sales event.
Bad City movie. You haven't seen moves like these before.
Tonight at 5, healthcare workers in Madison who received the Pfizer vaccine are speaking about the experience and symptoms. Hear what they had to say ahead at 5.
Cloud cover will keep our temperatures up compared to last night. It won't be as cold for tomorrow, and no precipitation is expected until flurries arrive Friday night. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, a 12-year-old girl who was hospitalized after a hit and run is back home. We'll hear from her mother about what happened. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 6. Here's a live look at the UW campus, the Memorial Union, as the sun sets on this Tuesday. Quite dramatic picture there. The holiday season is here, and even with small gatherings, it's still a time to have some special meals.
Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council is back with a rib roast made with a holiday wine sauce.
Seasonings, greetings, guys. Can you believe it's December already and the holidays are just around the corner? Of course, some of our holiday meals might look a little different this year. Might be a little more intimate just with immediate families, so smaller smaller groups. But of course, we can still have beef be the centerpiece of those dinners. Prime rib roast is still the favorite, but we're taking that in consideration. On the website, we've got a lot of recipes for planned overs. So if the family doesn't eat the whole prime rib roast at the holiday meal, making some breakfast recipes like this beefy sweet potato hash, or appetizer recipes, making a nice crostini snack appetizer for the next day with some flavored cream cheese and your sliced off roast. And of course, tenderloin roast recipes. You can get a 2-pound tenderloin, so half the size of a prime rib, and I'll still make a lot of great meals for this holiday season. But prime rib still is the king of the table, so I've got one here to show. This is a 4-pound boneless rib roast. Now in the supermarket, it's not gonna say prime rib on the label. It's gonna say rib roast or ribeye roast. And you just want your simple roasting pan. Metal 9x13 cake pan works fine. This is kind of a nicer roasting pan. Your rack, now if you buy a bone-in, you can skip the rack because your bones will work as the rack. You want that oven heat to circulate around this roast and cook it from all around the outside. And this is a dry heat cooking method because this rib roast is tender. We do not need to tenderize it, so we're just gonna roast in a 350-degree oven, no cover, no liquid, just a simple rub, if you like. This is a rub of shallots, fresh thyme, and black pepper, but on the website, beeftips.com, we've got a lot of great different rub recipes with different ingredients and flavors. So just put your rub on it, and then your oven-safe meat thermometer. You want to remember that. So you want to insert this right into the middle of your roast. And I like to tell people to set the timer for 20 minutes a pound and check your thermometer because you want to pull it out at 135 degrees for medium rare. You know, you're going to let it rest 20 minutes, so the temperature is going to raise 5 to 10 degrees, get up to 145 degrees. And then if you like it a little more medium, like the one I have here, leave it in the oven to 155 degrees and let it rest 20 minutes, and that temperature is going to continue to rise. So you've got a perfect prime rib roast for your holiday meal. And you can make a nice wine sauce to go on the side. Perfect for the holidays. And of course, don't forget to visit beeftips.com, our Wisconsin Beef Council website. Click right on the home page on our At Home with Beef, and you'll find all of our breakfast recipes, our prime rib recipes, tenderloin recipes, appetizers, videos, cooking charts, cooking tips, all different, everything you need to know to have a great beef holiday meal. So, and all brought to you by Wisconsin's beef farmers through the Beef Checkoff. So wishing you guys, all of you and your families, a happy holidays and hopefully a great 2021.
Happy holidays, Angie. That looks great. Well, still to come at 4, Hope at Last, one needle at a time.
We'll get the latest on the pandemic and the vaccine now going into the arms of healthcare workers from UW's Dr. Jeff Potoff. He'll join us when Live at 4 continues.
When you have zero worries and zero stress, there are zero reasons not to get into a Volkswagen. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and lease the 2020 Jetta S today with 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
There's a splash of surprise in every Wisconsin Lottery scratch game. Like the exciting new play style of $2 Lucky Deal. Match 3 cards in the same hand or 2 cards from the same hand with the bonus card to win a prize. There's a chance to win up to 8 times on each ticket and a top prize of $4,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
These are real people, not actors, who've got their eczema under control. With less eczema, you can show more skin. So roll up those sleeves and help heal your skin from within with Dupixent. Dupixent is the first treatment of its kind that continuously treats moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis, even between flare-ups. Dupixent is a biologic and not a cream or steroid. Many people taking Dupixent saw clear or almost clear skin and had significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. So help heal your skin from within and talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent. If your financial situation has changed, we may be able to help.
Do you have dry, cracked hands from constant washing, cold weather, and hard work? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keefe's for healthy feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet.
Over time, things wear down. Tires, brakes, and headlight bulbs too. Sylvania's lighting experts know that if you wait until burnout, you'll lose up to 50 feet of visibility. That's from here to here in darkness. Switch to a new pair of Sylvania bulbs today and see better tonight.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Bring home IHOP's Holiday Family Feast or fall in love with seasonal pancakes like new milk and cookies. Come in or get a $0 delivery fee with Uber Eats from IHOP.
When you have zero worries and zero regrets, there are zero reasons not to get into a Volkswagen. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and use the 2021 Atlas V6 SE Tech 4 Motion today. 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month payment, and 0 due at signing.
From a traffic standpoint, things continue to look all good for us here throughout South Central Wisconsin, but we are seeing those slowdowns that you see inbound on East Wash headed towards Capitol Square. Beltline speeds are all right around 60 miles per hour. All other routes cruising along at their normal speeds. No crashes or delays showing up on this Tuesday. Let's keep it that way.
I agree. Thank you, Chris. A holiday tree made of festively decorated lobster traps is greeting visitors at the Key West Historic Seaport in Florida. The tree has some 45 traps and is adorned with twinkling lights, garland, and ribbons. Once home to Key West commercial shrimping fleet and other marine industries, the seaport today is an area of charter fishing, eco-tours, and excursion boats, as well as waterfront restaurants and shops. It's all part of Key West Holiday Fest, an annual celebration that continues through December 31st. Very festive. The FDA says Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine is 94% effective at preventing symptom illness and likely prevents the spread of the virus.
The FDA will likely take steps to approve the vaccine for emergency use by the end of the week. And paired with the Pfizer vaccine, experts believe 20 million people will be able to get the vaccine this month.
Here to talk about that and other COVID-19 headlines is Dr. Jeff Potoff, Chief Quality Officer for UW Health. Doctor, good to see you again.
Hi,
Dr. Potoff. Good to see you guys, too. Hi.
We have light at the end of the tunnel. It must be a pretty exciting time over there at UW.
You know, there's more smiles on our faces at UW Health here today. You know, a lot of our providers, our frontline workers, they're giving each other high fives. This has been, you know, long in the waiting to have a vaccine that will ultimately, you know, close the book on COVID-19. So, yeah, it's good times right now.
It is such encouraging news, but what is your message to people about where we are with the pandemic right now? We're about 10 days away from Christmas.
I think it's really important to realize that with some optimistic data, both on our trend line in Wisconsin, cases decreasing a little bit, hospitalizations down. On the other side, you know, this vaccine news, that's really great. But I don't want people to think that this is over yet. There is still a tremendous amount of COVID-19 in our state. There is still a lot of suffering and a lot of people dying from this disease. So we do need to toe the line for just a few more months. We have to be masked. We have to socially distance. You know, the game's not over yet, but it feels like the end of this is in sight.
People have to get vaccinated with like 70% to make this effective?
Somewhere between 70 and 80%. If that percentage of the population were vaccinated, it would be very difficult for COVID-19 to pass freely amongst us. That would basically be that artificial herd immunity from the vaccine. That would just be a great thing to see here in the United States.
Well, you were very brave and took part in the AstraZeneca trial at UW Hospital and got that vaccine. That's not the ultra cold one, right? What is the difference between the three vaccines? And if you're receiving one, will you know which one you're getting?
There's a good chance you'll know which one you're getting. What I would tell people is don't worry so much about which one you're getting. Just ensure that you can get one. The technology used for the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine with mRNA requires much colder temperatures, which make it a little bit more difficult to transport it. The AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson vaccine doesn't use that technology, so they don't have to be as cold. They basically have to be refrigerated. And you imagine that makes it a lot easier for hospitals or other parts of the world where this ultra cold freezing becomes really difficult to do.
But it's going to be a while before healthy adults get this vaccine.
Yeah, with the way that production's ramping up, I think, on the optimistic side, probably late February, more realistically March, before we had wide availability where someone can say, you know what, today I'm going to get my COVID vaccine, go to a pharmacy, go to a clinic and just get it. That's probably a few months out yet.
How soon do you think all of the healthcare providers at UW Health will be vaccinated?
Yeah, I know that we want to get through our initial supply for sure by the end of this year. Hard to say for sure when everyone will get vaccinated, but we really realize that there's really no point in having vaccine frozen in a freezer. So as soon as we get it, we're trying to get it in the arms of people so that they can be protected and then by extension help our community because our healthcare workforce is healthy.
And we need to emphasize that the vaccine is safe. They wouldn't be approved if they weren't.
Right. It's an independent advisory group made up of scientists who aren't affiliated with the government. They don't get any kickbacks. They evaluate whether this is safe or not. And the world scientists are looking at this too. These vaccines, despite being made in record time, I know that causes a lot of pause for some people. The data points towards these being safe and highly effective.
Well, 2021 perhaps will be a much better year than the one we've just been through.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
Doctor, thanks for being with us today. Valuable information as always.
Thank you for your time, Dr. Potoff. Great to see you.
Thanks.
And we'll be right back with a final check your forecast.
My psoriatic arthritis pain, I had enough. It's not getting in my way.
Joint pain, swelling, tenderness, much better.
My psoriasis, clearer. Cosentyx works on all of this.
4 years and counting.
So watch out.
I got this.
Watch me.
Real people with active psoriatic arthritis look and feel better with Cosentyx. Cosentyx works fast for results that can last. It treats the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis, like joint pain and tenderness, back pain, and helps stop further joint damage. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur.
I just look and feel better.
I got real relief with Cosentyx.
Watch me.
Feel real relief. Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
Here's a secret worth sharing. Robertson, Wisconsin's aesthetic leader, is making it easier to tackle pesky frown lines. It's a Botox BOGO for anyone new to this service. There is no better time to learn how Botox is different at Robertson.
Do you have dry, cracked hands from constant washing, cold weather, and hard work? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keefe's for healthy feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet.
To support a strong immune system, your body needs routine. Centrum helps your immune defenses every day with vitamin C, D, and zinc. Season after season. Ace your immune support with Centrum.
Wednesday morning, we'll continue our focus on local restaurants. We'll ask a panel of local chefs if they can survive the winter. We'll bring you the first part of that emotional conversation tomorrow on News 3 Now this morning.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. On air, online, and download the Channel 3000 First Warn app. Be the first to know what's headed our way. Accurate news as it happens.
We want to make sure our vaccination sites are ready.
Right here, where you live.
Nearly half of Dane County's total COVID deaths have come in the last month.
Information that you can use.
These case counts are still testing our public health system and straining our hospital system.
From the team you can trust.
So many generous people are willing to help us.
For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now.
Temperatures are the warmest they've been all day, and we are only at 20 degrees. Check the wind chill all the way down at 11. If you've got to be out and about as we go through the next couple of hours through the rest of this evening, know that wind chills are going to be in the teens as the sun continues to set. Overnight temperatures are going to hover into the upper teens and low 20s. 19 is the low early. Then we'll actually start to see those temperatures rise a little bit overnight tonight and into tomorrow. Tomorrow's highs are going to be right around 32 degrees. Same thing can be said as we look at your Thursday. By Friday, we're into the upper 30s. That's the warmest day of the forecast. And then we do have a chance for some flurries into Saturday. We'll watch another chance for some light snow next Wednesday and into Christmas Eve.
All right, Chris, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, we'll look at the alarming increase of domestic abuse during the pandemic, and we'll find out what our shopping and consumption tells us about what we value this holiday season. That's coming up tomorrow, and we'll be right back.